Welcome to the Board Game Snobs podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
And welcome to another Board Game Snobs.
You didn't say go.
Oh, go.
Yes, welcome
Welcome.
to the Board Game Snobs.
Wait.
My headphones aren't working.
No.
I can hear myself. I can't hear you. Are you saying anything?
Hello?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I
You
can't.
can't?
No.
No, I
it's
can-
thankfully we can't. It's fine.
Hello?
Leave it like it is.
Hello?
No,
Hello?
God, now we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear me.
Yeah. Like,
Can you hear me?
I can hear
hear
you.
the vibration coming from this.
That's how sound works, Enrique.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, there it
Enrique?
is.
Stop
Oh, my
it.
ears.
This is the Board Game Snobs.
Is that too loud?
Oh no, it should
This
be
is the
fine.
board. This is the board.
Okay, we're back on again.
This is the Board Game Snobs podcast.
And go.
Well,
Did I say go already?
No.
send us an email.
Enrique, say welcome.
Hi.
Oh God.
How did you get that wrong?
Well, you see, being an Enrique.
Like you say, Enrique is like a protective
Like
class
it's a
of
noun.
person. Like it's a
Not like it's a noun.
That's a noun.
You're going to be an Enrique.
Enrique's unite.
What does that mean?
They all have these rings that have a big E on them. They all have no sleeves, and all these Enriques come running
they're not
up.
even sleeves. They're all sleeveless.
They're all sleeveless. They all come running up because none of them can drive.
It just rips your sleeves off automatically.
We must hurry and defeat these Cheetos. We're late for dialysis. I'm not
Chicken nuggets.
chicken nuggets. That's how your currency is in Enrique land. Chicken nuggets. Send us emails. Actually, we prefer
That'll be
voicemails.
3 nuggets. Where are voicemail people now?
Board games.
Oh, speaking of which,
At the Gmail.
I'm glad you said that.
.com.
We asked for voicemails. Voice mails.
And voice
After
females.
our
Voice females. We
voice.
are inclusive, diverse, and we uplift women's voices.
Speaking of which, Lindsay, one of our best voice femalers. out there.
Femalers. Like an emailer, there's a femaler.
Good morning, Snobs. Thank you again for the wonderful 150th episode. We couldn't wait to listen. We kept checking all day yesterday to see when it would come out. And I actually stayed up late listening to it, which never happens. I don't stay up late for anything. I think the last time I stayed up late was a death in the family. So thank you again for making me lose a bunch of sleep last night. And it was a blast to listen to. One of my favorite parts was hearing from all your other listeners. I don't really know any of those people, but I feel like we all share a common love for the podcast. So it was really cool just to hear from all of them and kind of just get to know a little bit about your other listeners. I really enjoyed that. Obviously, it goes without saying you all were hilarious. Enrique was quintessential Enrique. Bubba was also bringing some depth to the show, much needed depth. And so, really great episode. Just wanted to let Jerry know that if he wants to become a host, that esteemed title of host, he's really got to put in the work. Maybe buy some microphones, do some editing, return some emails, maybe. And he can regain that status, even though I thought Star was a pretty great title, but I guess stars are never quite happy that they're just stars. So anyways, have a great day, guys. Thank you so much. Take care.
I am the star, and I feel like that's a good enough. I like being the star. I've taken back. I don't want to host anything.
Well, I'm glad you're happy, finally.
I like the fact that she compared us to a death in the family. That's,
That kind of caught me off guard. When I heard that, I was like, oh,
the last time I had this much fun was Aunt June died.
we shouldn't make fun of that.
No, don't make fun of people's family members dying, Enrique. That's rule number 3.
No, it's number 2.
What's number 1?
What's number
What
2?
is number 1?
How do you're the one that declared it was number 2.
Yeah, but what's number 1?
Well, what's number 3?
Well, if someone declares it's number 2, they clearly have a number 1 in mind, or else they wouldn't have declared that number 2.
Who's on 1? Enrique, what is your number 1 rule?
Eat all the nuggets.
Okay. So we're moving along now because essentially Our 150th episode was pretty good. Our 151 was all right. I wasn't on it, so it lacked a star. Thank you, Mr. Kincaid, for filling in. Our 152 was awesome. Our 153 was awesome. This is 154, isn't it? This
Probably.
or 55. I don't know what
can't
this
keep
is.
track.
This is shall be awesome as well. It will be
The greatest
elite.
punches on television and movies.
Oh, I like
Like
the
a
fruit punch.
Like
With
no,
the
no, not
orange
fruit punch.
sherbet.
No,
Orange
no,
sherbet and
you're
vodka.
wrong.
Orange sherbet and vodka.
Well, okay, well, I'm with you there. You
I
had
call that an orange Russian.
you had me at Russian.
Ration.
Everything better in Russia. Is it wrong to do accents?
It is. It's a cultural appropriation, and you should be offended.
I'm offended at my own accents.
Well, keep at it, though.
Russia. Everything better. 2012.
Okay?
Remember the movie?
Yeah, with John Cusack.
And there was a guy that had a severe Russian accent. Was he actually Russian?
No.
Or was he culturally appropriating that accent?
Well, all acting is a cultural appropriation.
Well,
right?
can I not be acting? I'm acting. Does that give me license to do what I want?
Yes.
Russia.
The answer to that is
The
yes.
dingo ate my baby.
No, don't bring up.
G'day, mate.
Don't bring up national tragedies.
Dune Imperial Crocodile Dune D.
No, there were no dingoes in Dune.
There were no dingoes in Dune. There's worms. Whims.
The worms ate your baby.
How do you spell it? Whims. W-I-M-S. Whims. The whims ate my baby.
Okay.
The 17 most satisfying times a movie character got punched in the face.
There's nobody that I can think of in terms of movie character that I want to see punched.
The number one is actually the primary one I thought of.
Who?
So I could see, well, no, hold on. Easy. Now you can't just rush into it. You got to ease into it.
Okay, give me an example.
You gotta
Give
get
me an
it nice
example.
and ready.
Give me an example.
Ease in, okay. Number 17.
Oh, God.
They what? They have GoldenEye. James Bond socks some poor henchman on the toilet in GoldenEye. Remember when he drops down from the ceiling? Bam, the guy's
Pops him.
he's on the toilet.
That was rude, James Bond. I was trying to move my bowels. It would have been funnier if he'd hung, because that was when Pierce Brosnan, when he first started, he would have, if that guy would have like put that newspaper down and Pierce was like, "My name is Bowles, James Bowles," punched him and then just left.
Number 16. Nick Cage sucker punches a villager in The Wicker Man.
While he was wearing a bear outfit. We just watched that. It was hilarious.
Really?
That was what you just watched. On Enrique's phone, yes.
Oh, that was that.
Yes.
Number 15.
The bees.
The guy outside the phone booth finally gets punched in Dumb and Dumber. Okay, now this is a real stretch of a ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is Slapshot, some movie
Just
I've
get to
never heard
number
of.
one.
No. Death Proof, never seen that. Oh, Lois Lane punches Ursa, Superman 2. Ursa deserved that. Remember when Zod and Ursa and the other guy,
The Russian.
Remember when Superman he rips off his cellophane S and tosses it at him
That'll get him.
and he gets wrecked?
That'll get him. What shall I do?
That's Family Guy skit. Have you seen the Family Guy skit? It's like, I was slightly inconvenienced there for a little bit. Yeah, take that.
Well, I'll just go in circles really fast and turn back time.
A bad Santa reference. Let's see. Jeremy punches Sack Lodge at the wedding. Wedding Crashers. Okay, that was number 10.
one. Get to number one.
Oh, Phil punches Ned Ryerson. Groundhog Day, number 9.
I liked Ned. That was devastating. Ned was just trying to be Ned.
Poor Ned. Number 8. Dale Boback punches Brennan's smarmy real brother and Step Brothers. You ever seen that?
No.
Me neither, but it looks hilarious. Harry Potter, nobody cares. Marty punches Biff in the diner, Back to the Future, number 6.
Oh, I thought that'd be number one.
No, in the diner.
Oh.
Marty punches Biff in the diner. Hold your horses. You'll get where we're going. Will Smith welcomes an alien to Earth. Welcome to Earth. Independence Day, number 5.
I remember that.
Good punch.
That
That was a good punch.
Yeah. I don't. That was the most realistic part of the show was the fact that he ejected from a Tomcat, landed, then ran up to an alien and struck him.
Tomcat, isn't that what they called Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes? Tomcat?
He might be.
Missed those days.
I think that's F-14.
He was F-15 Tomcat.
I can't remember.
F-15 is what he flew.
He
flows.
Orinoco.
The Orinoco flow in Top Gun. I wonder what he's going to fly in Top Gun 2.
He's going to fly.
The F-15 Tomcat was like the star of the show in the original Top Gun.
I guess he's going to be flying an F-18 Conley. Continue, please.
Well, I don't know. Because it had those wings, almost like an X-wing.
Yeah.
It's like wings out for maneuverability.
Right.
But when I want to go really fast, then wings lodged in, bam.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They would what do they call that when they retracted?
They retract. Abduction.
Abduction. Hulk punches Thor, the Avengers, Enrique. Am I right?
Yes.
Hulk side punched a Thor.
It was a good one.
He punched a door.
Thor.
Oh, Thor. Sorry.
Yeah, but that was kind of...
What? It was hilarious.
Yeah, but I guess I when I was younger, I just watched the animations.
You were younger yesterday. What does that mean?
I don't know.
How young were you when you saw that?
Probably like...
When did the first Avengers come out?
Time has no meaning to Enrique.
Yeah, what is time?
I mean, when you're in your room
It's relative.
playing video games, time is his relative.
It doesn't matter. Enrique didn't like it. Don't pressure him.
But I'm kind of curious when the
doesn't-
first Avengers came out.
It came out in 2011. Somewhere around that, I'm
How
sure.
old were you in 2011?
Probably either 11 or 12.
You were just an embryo.
A zygote.
Avengers came out 2012. You are all wrong.
I was close though.
So you were 12?
Probably,
So were you born in 2000?
1999.
Oh, you could have been 13. What month?
He literally was Y2K. He literally was born on Y2K. He is what caused Y2K.
Lack of KY led to Y2K.
That was a banger joke. And I appreciate it. I know I didn't laugh at it, but when you said it, everything about that joke was funny, even though I didn't laugh at it.
It's so wrong. Okay. Holly punches the smarmy reporter and they like smarmy on this website.
Somebody
Smarmy.
looked it up.
Ooh, I love smarmy.
I've got my thesaurus out. What's another word for? Let's see, glib. Let's see,
Smart Alec.
smarty, smarmy.
Smarmy.
Oh, smarmy.
Okay, that was number 3.
Write that
They're
down,
kind of
Doug.
stretching rather down, Doug. We need smarmy. Another Harry Potter.
No one can
Okay, number 1. Do you want to guess?
No.
I've already referenced it. You should be able to put 2 and 2 together. Jerry. The number 1 cinematic punch to a character's face of all time.
When Biff got punched by what's his face, the dude that
George McFly.
George McFly.
Yes. I remember that punch.
You're gonna break his arm.
Like you felt George McFly's rage.
Yeah.
You felt his frustration, and you could see Biff was a bad guy. What he was doing to Elaine, is that her name?
Elaine.
Wrong on so many levels that probably would be filmed completely different these days.
It completely killed the name Biff. That everybody stopped naming. Nobody named their kid Biff.
Dude, I've never met anyone named Biff.
Well, they probably all go by Bifford or Binford or Bob, or they've changed it. Nobody would go by Biff.
Please don't name your children Biff. But you were there with. I was there with you when you punched him in his face. I was there with you. What's that off of?
I don't know.
Never-ending Story.
That's scary.
The princess.
That
when he's reading
really
the book.
freaked me out with that little dog and all
He's
that.
like, the little dog, Falcor?
The big dog.
The flying dragon?
Yeah, the millennial
the luck
Falcor.
dragon.
It really messed me up.
I was there with you in the swamps of Sagna.
Just go on, keep at it. Go on, you got this.
Artax sinking in the swamps of sadness. Saddest thing ever, scarring to a child.
So, are we just going to completely gloss over the fact that, like, Elaine and Marty, she was after. There was
Her son.
Back
She
to
didn't
the
know this. She
Future
didn't know this.
had some things
It's very problematic these days.
Yes. Yes. Incest.
She goes, incestuous up. Get me a beer.
Like, I mean, there's a lot about Back to the Future where, when they were writing it, they were thinking to themselves, this is a little risque. But
Weird that we've got the mom in love with the son.
it's all right. Trust me.
It's going to be hilarious.
Zemeckis was like, don't worry about it. I got this.
It's the 80s. Nobody cares.
Nobody.
Sniff up some more cocaine.
Be all right.
So number 1, George McFly punches Biff outside the school dance. Back to the Future. Back to the Future, one of my top 10 movies of all time.
Yeah, and something that will never be remade.
It should not be remade.
I don't think it can be remade. I think Zemeckis held on to the rights purposely.
Well, he has, but I mean, he's probably old and
He'll die with it. He'll take it down.
Oh yeah.
They'll have to do a completely.
he'll have to hand it off to his family, and they'll be like wanting some money and
Oh no.
$500 million. I guarantee you, somebody could buy that for $500 million, and it would still be profitable.
You think people would watch?
A reboot of Back to the Future, and that's the thing. It's just like it's like anything else that's withheld. It becomes more sought after and valuable. People want it because it's being withheld. Everything else has been remade. Back to the Future is like one of the few things that the guy's like, nope, not going to do it.
We'll find out about Ghostbusters. Anyways, so if you're gonna redo Back to the Future, who's Marty? Who's the Doc? Who's Biff?
Gosh. Okay, don't get me wrong. This is a hot
take. This is a hot take.
But it's past its prime now. I would have said Shia LaBeouf from the Transformers years. He had that Marty McFly energy, that like spastic energy.
Yeah, I did, but I got another guy that's better. But go ahead. I agree with you. I like that.
Biff. I don't know. I'd have to think for a second. Who can play Doc? Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins? No, be serious.
You don't think Anthony Hopkins can play crazy?
No, Anthony Hopkins can play crazy, but he's too much of a serious actor.
He's done comedies before.
What?
Mask of Zorro.
That was not comedy. That tan was comedy.
That wasn't comedy.
That tan
You
was comedic.
insane?
Okay, are you ready for this? You ready for this?
That
That Spider-Man kid.
Tobey Maguire?
No, the other one.
Tom Holland.
Andrew Garfield?
Holliday. Hollandaise.
Doc Holliday?
Tom Hollandaise sauce. He could be Marty McFly. He would be a perfect Marty McFly.
You're my Huckleberry?
Yeah, he could do it. Tom Holliday. What's his name?
Tom Hollandaise sauce.
Yeah, he could be it. Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
He could be it. He could be Marty McFly.
Robert Downey Jr. is Doc.
No.
He's got that crazy energy.
No,
he's got it.
He doesn't have enough.
Put some
No.
great
It's got to be
hair on him.
older. It's got to be someone a little bit older. A little bit on the old side.
He wasn't that old in 1985.
How old? Okay, yeah, but he's got to be eccentric though. So who's Biff? We got to think of a Biff. Who'd be a mean? Who is a thug? Tom Hanks is Doc.
No.
Yep, Tom Hanks. A crazy Tom Hanks. He could do it. He can do it. He can do it.
What is
Robert
Doc?
Downey Jr. could be more spastic than
No.
Doc. Tom Hanks is not
Yeah,
crazy
but-
enough.
He can be in Lady Killers.
Yeah, but Robert.
You hadn't watched it.
Robert, he can be crazy, but he doesn't have the energy of being that crazy.
Energy.
Well, we need to cast Biff. So we got Tom Holland as Marty, which
Okay.
I disagree with.
How can you disagree with that?
I just did.
No, how? Tell me why.
I don't think
Shia
he's...
LaBeouf is not likable.
Now you're taking in all his baggage. His character in Transformers had the same exact energy as Marty McFly. Fight me. Come here.
I'm talking about right now. Shia LaBeouf could
I'm
not
gonna
be a
give you
Marty McFly.
One of the 18 punches
He
to the
could
face.
not be Marty McFly.
Yes, he could. He was Marty McFly in
But he
Transformers.
can't now. We're talking about now.
Well, no, he's like a 40-year-old. He's a 40-year-old man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can't go back in time.
Okay, fine. That's what makes it hard. These kids these days, I don't know. Tom Holland, okay, sure. He's like the one kid I know.
I can't help
Even
it.
Taylor Lautner from like the Twilight movies is 50 years old now. Still walking around shirtless.
Chris Patterson. What was his name?
Hemsworth?
No, Pattinson. Our Pat.
Robert.
Robert. He could be Marty.
Taylor is Marty.
Yeah.
R. Pat is Doc.
Yeah.
Hey, gender role reverse. Kristen Stewart is Biff.
Oh.
She's the bad guy.
Her name is Brittany. They call her Britt.
Brittany.
Britt.
Brett.
There you go. Works.
But how is he going to punch her in the face?
Yes, because we are equal, right? That will be a thing, right? That could work out easily.
I don't know if you can do that.
But who would be the dude? Who would be Marty's dad? The guy who played he played in that very disturbing show about rats.
Like literally the only actors I can
Macchio.
think of have been in like either the Marvel universe or Star Wars universe. It's so hard. Keanu Reeves has got to be cast somewhere.
Yeah, he could be Biff.
It can be George.
Could be Biff.
No, he can't be.
Yeah, he could be Biff. Let
Because they're just shooting everybody in the head.
shoot everybody's head. We call him Wick. We call him Wick. Let's get off this because Back to the Future is interesting enough as it is, and I don't really think that you can recast such a iconic. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't be. It should not be remade. It needs to be left alone, left as it is.
Do you have any more banter? Can we move on?
Why do you ask if I have anything else so that you can move on? Do you want to move on? What do you want to move on to? More banter?
Your banter was subpar. I'll say that.
What? You know what? Why don't you come with some banter?
I mean, when I was the host with the episode with Bubba, I came out with quality banter.
Oh, what? Squirrels falling.
Terminal velocity. That blew your
Falling
mind.
squirrels.
That was way more interesting than
Terminal
anything.
Velocity, an excellent Charlie Sheen movie.
Yes, and I can't believe you're giving me grief over the fact that squirrels are immortal from falling, and you opened with "What's the best punch ever?" Please, come on, I'm high quality.
Squirrel, please.
When I'm the host, when I'm hosting, I'm the hostess with the mostest. Let's get back to the banter.
Terminal Velocity starring Charlie Sheen. Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
I saw it in the theaters twice.
I remember very little about it other than the fact that he was flying and winning.
There were windmills.
Winning.
There were those windmills, power turbines.
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 Turbine.
Turbines.
If you don't
And
mind.
like they were trying to dodge through them, but like one guy didn't make
He
it.
didn't. Because that's what happens when you're...
Flying through
Terminal.
turbines.
You can see
Velocity.
the cocaine flying off of Charlie and all those things. What are those?
Is he in a smoke suit? No, he's losing all his cocaine.
Are those chemtrails? No, that's that's Charlie Sheen.
Cocaine powder.
Powder flying off Charlie as he's flying at 140 miles an hour.
I
through.
love that movie.
It was okay.
When I was a 19-year-old idiot, I loved that movie. And now I'm like, oh my God, that was terrible. Turbinal.
Terminal.
Terminal velocity.
Turbine velocity. Charlie Sheen. There was name movies that Charlie Sheen was in that was actually good. That
Platoon.
well, yeah, no, I'm not. Okay. So,
Oh, okay.
No.
Backing off this real
No,
quick.
I backed off of Platoon. Blake, when you said Platoon for a minute, I literally thought, was he in Platoon? It's like, oh yeah, he was there. He was in it.
I think he got nominated.
Which is kind of weird, but I mean, after that, like Hot Shots, everything was comical.
Wall Street.
Yeah, he was all right in Wall Street. Is that Sade? What is she playing? She's not playing like 30s
She's
music.
playing everything super loud on her.
Ragdoll. Why is she text her?
Sade should have been born like a century ago.
She's got some
she
weird.
loves old
Yeah.
stuff.
I gave her my Ray Charles
I'm afraid she's going to marry an octogenarian.
LPs. An octogenarian.
Yeah.
What is that?
80
A
years
guy
old.
with 8 arms.
Doc Ock.
Doc Ock. I can make you breakfast with these arms
And make pancakes at the same time.
and embrace you at the same time. But he's a very old Doc Ock. He's 80 years old and he has 8 arms. So he's
80
not.
years old
Okay.
with 8 arms.
He comes at you. He's like a representative of the AARP, but it's like the arms, the A's beat arms.
Doc Ock.
I am the
It's like the Martians.
I am a member of the AARP. Oh, that was an awful joke. Cut all of this. No, stop it all.
What's that Martian movie?
It was
where they
Attack
come-
on Mars. They all showed up and shot Jack Black.
Okay. If
Rest
you
in
were to
peace.
guess. Okay, this is I actually came up with a game that we're not going to play this time.
All right, well,
'Cause
tease us, why
we're
don't
too
you?
far. I'm a big tease.
Yay.
Can you text Sade and tell her to turn down the ragdoll music?
Just go tell her.
All right, I'll go tell her.
Okay.
You just keep talking, Mom. Go on.
I'm going to keep talking with Enrique. Enrique, how's it
Oh,
going?
this is a bad idea. I'm doing good, doing good.
Enrique, I'm doing well myself, friend.
Excellent. Excellent.
Do you know James Vanderbeek?
I do not. Tell me about him.
He is from Dawson's Creek.
Okay.
He was the main actor of Dawson's Creek. He was Dawson, the titular Dawson of the Creek.
Okay.
So if you were to guess on who had the most money, Enrique and or Jerry,
Okay.
Who does?
would you think Dawson of Dawson's Creek, James Vanderbeek?
Sade was wearing rollerblades and I think shooting a TikTok.
I'm greatly disappointed.
Vanderbeek probably. He's not rolling in the dough.
Okay, James Vanderbeek or Zach from
Zach.
Saved by the Bell? Who do you think
Oh,
has
Zach
the most money?
is rolling.
Yeah, Zach.
So y'all are going Zach.
I'm going with Zach.
Anyone
Okay.
named Zach is like just somehow
I'm going to go.
obscenely rich.
I'm going Vanderbeek.
Who do you like more, Zach? I don't remember his real name. Or
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
or Vanderbeek.
James Vanderbeek.
Are you pro Vanderbeek or are you anti Vanderbeek?
I'm not pro or anti, but as far as money's concerned, Mark Paul Gosselaar has actually done pretty good. He did one season. It got canceled, but it was called The Passage. And it was a vampire wannabe show.
Passage.
The Passage.
Oh, The Passage.
It's I don't know. There's 2 books. I don't know if it's a trilogy yet, but it's The Passage, and they follow these.
You can't have a trilogy with just 2 books. I know you said that, but I almost. Okay, go ahead.
But it's a really good series of books. But they made a season of TV that hopefully it was going to be more, but it got canceled called The Passage. And Mark Paul Gosselaar was one of the main characters. I'm going to go, okay, so if you were to guess how Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Gosler?
Gossler? Goslin? Mark Paul Goslin.
What's good for the goose is good for the Gosler.
I'm going to say James Vanderbeek has more
No,
No.
Gosler.
than Zach Morris.
I'm all about Zach.
So if you're going to guess how much Zach Morris has, what would y'all say?
right.
I have it pulled up. I'm not looking at the
Okay,
screen.
so how many seasons? All right, so first off, we had Saved by the Bell.
He's got Saved by the Bell.
But then he's got the money off that because he got royalties off that. And then the reuniting stuff, he did some
It's got
Law and Order stuff.
Saved by the Bell goes college.
He did some Saved by. Yeah,
He's got The Passage.
he's
got
plus 20 million.
He's got that show with him and the other guy. They were like lawyers.
Yeah, he's plus 20 million easy.
Tango and Cash, something like that.
No, it's not Tango and Cash.
I'm going to give him myself. I'm going to give him 25 million.
So wait, is this without going over?
Well, I'm going to say Vanderbeek has more.
No, Vanderbeek is. I will say Vanderbeek is less than 20 million.
Okay.
Gosler's at least over 20. I'm saying closer to 30.
Okay. Enrique, do you want to join in?
I think I might go with Jerry's.
Okay.
Numbers
Okay.
are hard.
We are all
Yeah,
wrong.
they are.
According to net worth, $9 million.
Oh,
For
Gosler?
Mark Paul. For Zach Morris, $9 million.
He only got 9 mil.
According to networth.com.
I got that much in dog coin. I mean, 9 million dog coin is like 46
What about
cents,
the
but I
other
got
Okay,
it.
so Zach Morris, $9 million. Okay, so we had predicted him at 20 plus. I had said Vanderbeek was more.
What's Vanderbeek got going on?
He's not much.
What's he got? How much?
Vanderbeek net worth is roughly 8 million.
What?
They are almost indistinguishable from
but-
one another.
Yeah, but Vanderbeek just did that one Dawson's Creek thing, and he
Well,
bolted.
he's been in several TV shows. He's been in
but
several
he's
TV
not.
shows.
Nobody would recognize Vanderbeek. Everybody's going.
I recognize Vanderbeek.
That's because you have the mentality of a 14-year-old girl.
In 2016, he was 10 million. So he's lost a couple. He's lost a couple
That
million.
dog coin did it to you. Dogecoin, whatever you call it.
Oh, okay. So if you were to guess, Joshua Jackson or Pacey.
Who's Joshua Jackson? I can't remember him.
Pacey.
Vanderbeek's
best friend. Dawson's best friend.
no one knows.
Okay, this
He was also in that Fox show with the weird stuff. Oh my God. J.J. Abrams made it.
yeah, Fringe.
Fringe. He was in Fringe.
Full disclosure: not one episode of Dawson's Creek have I watched.
I think I probably watched an episode back in the day.
I've not watched it at all. I have no need for it.
It's a soap opera. It's a teenage soap
I
opera.
don't watch teenage
on the
soap
CW.
operas.
So Pacey of Joshua Jackson of Fringe or AC Slater of Saved by the Bell. Mario Lopez.
Mario,
Also the host of like E.T. and everything.
He's
else
been
in the
doing a
world.
lot of. Mario Lopez has been still working, but Fringe was super popular. I'm going with Fringe.
You going Pacey?
Pacey.
Enrique, you have any idea who we're talking about?
No.
Okay.
What's his name again? Kevin Pacey?
Joshua Jackson
Joshua Jackson.
or AC Slater?
Joshua Jackson.
I'm going AC Slater. He's got that TV host money.
But that ain't
He
a lot.
hosts lots of
That ain't
stuff.
a lot. Hosting ain't.
So if you were to guess at Joshua Jackson Pacey, what would you say?
Joshua Jackson is obviously, because he had 2 hit series, so he probably kept up. He's probably got more than Gosselin.
Don't forget Skulls or whatever that
I
movie
love
was called.
Skull. That had Paul Walker, R.I.P.
Joshua Jackson net worth. I want to say
10 mil.
Slater has more. I'll give Joshua Jackson. I'll give him 10 mil.
And you think Slater has more?
Joshua Jackson, 12 million according to net worth.
Ooh, and Slater.
AC Slater definitely has more.
No, come on now.
Mario
Lopez.
net worth. 25 million.
What is Mario doing?
He hosts everything. He's the host of everything.
He doesn't. I don't.
Saved by the
I
Bell.
know nothing that he
Saved by
hosts.
the Bell, the
I know
reboot.
nothing that he hosts.
Saved by the Bell, the college years, the new class, E.T., Extra, Access TV.
Stuff I
kinds of
don't
stuff.
watch.
All
Apparently,
kinds
it's
of
very
stuff.
profitable.
All kinds of stuff. All right. Hard Merge. Project Elite.
Oh yeah,
Hi, guys.
Oh yeah, it's a great show. What is the Project Elite?
Project Elite. yes.
Project Elite. That's our podcast. Podcast Elite is a great
Are we hard
implementation
merging into this game?
of rolling dice and shooting aliens. And the original Project Elite, which we played at BGG, because a certain guy named Tom said it was like his favorite game ever, and there was controversy about it because people were ragging on the original version.
Rotto made it his #1 of the year.
Rotto did?
Yes.
Really?
Board Game Geek is down today.
It
Their
is.
maintenance.
They're doing maintenance. So anyways, back on...
How do you do maintenance on a website? Are they like in there with brooms sweeping around? What are they doing?
Security.
Who knows?
Testing security.
How do you test security?
You don't.
Yes, you do. You do the SSL. Bubba knows. Bubba's telling me about
How do
this.
you check it out?
You can't go in and
I'm
look at-
hacking them.
You can't hack
Cue the
anything.
music.
You can't hack anything.
Cue the techno music. I'm hacking in.
That's how
We're getting the Golden Geek this year.
Oh, congratulations to all who were nominated and won. At the time of recording this, we don't know who won.
We'll be back soon.
we-
Nominated.
Ben-
There's still maintenance.
There's a bunch of them. Ben Maddox got nominated. Game
Team
Barrage-
Ben. We're Team Ben.
Game Board Barrage.
Somebody said, Ryan Maxwell said, I can't believe the Board Game Snobs didn't get nominated.
Thanks, Ryan.
And I appreciate that, Ryan. I appreciate the sentiment. This is what I said, though.
There's a reason why
I
we didn't get nominated.
I said, A, we didn't ask to get nominated. We didn't promote ourselves. We didn't plea for nominations. And that's what I say to, sustain my pride. B, we literally drink and start the mics. That's what we do.
Constantly.
C, Ben Maddox.
He's got words.
He writes scripts. He works for hours and hours on his scripts and then interviews people of great note and asks them meaningful questions and just produces a quality podcast that he puts a lot of work into that we don't. We just started this podcast and Jerry's like, what do you want to talk about? And we just start running our mouth.
We're like the Rudy of podcast. We just got heart.
We've got heart.
We're in a game, coach.
if there was different categories for drunken pomedy podcast, sure, nominate us. But Ben Maddox, he puts the work in. Actually, all those podcasts, they put the work in.
Board Game
They
Barrage.
prepare.
Board Game Barrage got nominated, as did Blue Peg, Pink Peg, which they've been going on.
Blue Peg, Pink Peg has been around for years.
I have never listened to one episode.
And they put a lot of work
I
into
need
the
to
show.
listen to an episode of Blue Peg, Pink Peg. I'm not.
I'm me neither.
Yeah.
Board Game Blitz,
I don't know.
some others. So very wrong about games. I hear that from Board Game Garage quite a bit. They got nominated last year, almost won. But these are all people that they really put a lot of hard work into their show. They deserve it.
I don't know if they deserve it, but they obviously have the drive to do it, and it's something that they apparently feel important about.
We don't have the hard drive because we need a new computer. Feel free to donate to our Patreon.
Plus, the fact is that to me, it is a popularity contest. Like,
We were wrong. We said No Pun Included would win. They didn't even get nominated this year. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
See,
It's
that to
weird.
me, that's what I was about to bring up, is that to me was shocking. So, No Pun Included almost won last year, and now they're not even on it, and they barely had started their podcast last year. What is going on?
That was weird.
What's taking place?
That's weird.
Well, they did it differently this year, where you had to actually have some geek gold or be like something changed a little bit about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like people off the street couldn't just come in and nominate. So maybe that was it. Maybe they just had a lot of people who just were tired. And I don't know. Who cares? The fact is, I want to talk about Project Elite, and I don't want to talk about the Golden Geek because whoever won, we'll figure it out next episode and congratulate whoever won. And Richard Simpson at least should have been nominated.
Tricky Dick, he should. I mean, he put out 400 plus freaking episodes.
All of them like 6 hours long.
Not even nominated.
Not even nominated.
And he talks to like everybody in the industry.
Yeah. The Pope.
He talked to the Pope, who has got great influence on Lorenzo El Magnifico.
And he didn't even get nominated.
Didn't even get nominated.
In Project Elite, though, a game of aliens and moving about a board and shooting aliens while rolling dice, kind of like Yahtzee style, sort of, kind of. You're rolling dice. And
It's not Yahtzee style at all.
yeah, it is.
You're rolling dice multiple times. Is that Yahtzee style? Yahtzee style is you have 3 times to roll your dice and get what you want.
No. Yeah.
Alien Project Elite, you keep rolling and just pick what you want as you roll and keep re-rolling.
So you don't define Yahtzee style of rolling until you get what you want?
No, because you only have a certain amount of turns to get it.
So your
Project Elite, you don't.
So your idea of Yahtzee style is
Yahtzee, if you're saying Yahtzee style, then any dice rolling game where you can re-roll is Yahtzee style. That's incorrect.
So you're saying it has to be a limited number.
Tokyo Drift,
King of Tokyo.
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift is Yahtzee style.
Okay, I'll give you that. But to me, what do you call it when you roll a dice where you keep re-rolling until you're trying to like utilize those dice to do something? What's that called?
Dice rolling.
That's dice rolling. That, I
Nothing's
like.
just
I want
dice
to name
rolling.
that mechanic. I'm going to call that Project Elite style.
Sure.
P,
do it.
PE style. PE style.
I mean,
dice
it's probably the game that I also played solo, Proving Grounds. It's the same effect. You just keep rolling till you can try to get what you want. And if you do that in a certain amount, I mean, in Project Elite is different because you have, 2 minutes?
Yeah,
1 minute?
2 minutes.
2 minutes to get as far as you can, shoot as many aliens as you can, or complete as many objectives as you can.
So what I liked about Project Elite
Real time.
is that this real time, it kind of has that aliens feel to it where you each have your character, you each have a gun, and on that gun are certain symbols on your dice. And so when you roll these dice, you're putting those dice on those cards to activate your gun, and once you get them all filled up, then you can shoot. And some of the dice allow you to move. Some of the dice actually move the aliens, and so you have to move the aliens first. And on the board, there's these little arrows that show which direction the aliens are supposed to move. So as you are rolling dice, you get these little alien symbols. You have to pick an alien and move them, which is a neat little way of not having just one person control the alien, but rather it's just happening organically as you were just rolling the dice and having to move these aliens around. And sometimes you end up messing up the other players because you're moving aliens towards them and they're moving aliens towards you, and so forth and so on. Then when you actually shoot your guns, you roll like these other dice that give you the range and the hit points on them and how many times you shoot the aliens, and off they go. There are boss aliens that are harder to kill and do some weird stuff. It's dumb fun. It's really easy to learn how to play. It's very simple in its rule base. There's a lot of flair to it. And quite frankly, real-time games don't intrigue me. This was kind of fun. This was kind of like a Happy Salmon type feel, but with some strategy. And I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Project Elite is amazing.
I'm painting it right now.
I'm glad you're painting it. I learned it We taught it. We played it. Me, Jerry, Enrique, Bubba.
That's generally the order of things. You learn it, you taught it, you play it.
You learn it, you teach it, you play it. Real time, we played it once at BGG 2016. There was a whole thing with the original copy and Kickstarter, blah, blah, blah. They rebooted it. We got the new copy. It is an amazingly fun, engaging, tension-filled game of shooting aliens, running around. If the aliens if they kill off anybody, game's over for the humans or whatever you want to call the human team. Or if they breach your headquarters, game's over. You have to fulfill these missions. Actually, that's the only way to win the game is fulfill these different variety of missions they give you. Because I don't think you can shoot all the aliens and win. So if you fulfill the mission, which we did, we played on easy, and we won. It wasn't super hard on easy, actually. But each character that you choose has an ability.
Well, it was easy.
Because it was on easy.
Duh.
Good one. So my character had the ability to ignore the alien movements of the dice.
Ignore the aliens. You're in denial. You're just walking around. I see nothing here. Everything, nothing to see here.
All is well.
All is well. Keep calm, everybody. The little British man
So, like, whenever an alien move point gets rolled,
got a bottle of salad cream in his pocket.
I had 6 points of action that I could use. Like, so if I rolled 2 dice that said the aliens move, I could use 2 of those 6 and refute that during those 2 minutes. And those reset after every round.
So, I don't know why you're describing the game.
Did you not say that?
What?
Did you say that?
Yeah, and I don't know why you're describing the game.
I was describing the asymmetrical powers.
Okay, well, you're describing the game, but this is the point. Here's what gets me. So let me just caveat this real
There we
fast.
go. A caveat. That's your favorite word.
It is.
Caveat.
I got it from my friend Sam Healy.
Sam Healy. Where's he at?
He's in upstate,
Upstate?
like up
New York?
in the United States. He's up there.
Canada.
No,
Upstate.
but anyways,
United States is Canada.
I don't want to dox him. But anyway, so
He's in the Northern Territories.
territories.
He's
But yeah, you always gripe when I try to describe a game, and then you sit here and drone
Well, because
on.
I was trying to apply what you said. I was trying to learn. You know, I change. I take in your criticism and I adjust myself.
You do?
I don't know if you try that for what I do.
I do. I have. Here I am. Shut up, Enrique. Talking to the mic if you're going to. I don't even want to hear
He
you.
doesn't even. I told him talking to the mic. He just keeps talking into his elbow. I don't think he knows.
I told him on the ride over that you can't lick your elbow.
Your elbow is not the microphone.
I told him that it's impossible to lick your elbow, and he's been trying. He says you can.
He's licking his shoulder.
I know. First off, so that's your scapula. You cannot lick your elbow. Can you lick your elbow? Can you? Can you?
I'm doing it right now.
Rick, you cannot. You're not doing it. Nope. Not even close. Not even close. That is not your
Y'all hear-
elbow.
y'all hear that?
That's not your elbow.
That's real close to it, though.
No.
It's within 3 inches.
No.
If I could dislocate this, I'd be able to.
Oh, well, of
You'd be
course.
able to?
You'd be elbow to. I am not very elbow. No, you cannot lick your elbow. Somebody can, but it is
You
not
have a
you.
long tongue, and it's disturbing to look at.
It's like venom.
Enrique, did you like Project Elite?
I did very much.
What did you like about it?
Scale of 1 to 10.
8.
5.
Wow, an 8?
An 8 ski.
He's
I see what you did there. You trying to
He gets the reference.
I see what you did there.
Reference.
Okay,
Callback.
wait. Hold on. Enrique, scale of 1 to 10, Dune Imperium.
He said 9
Yeah, 9.
at the previous podcast.
Also,
about
Project
Dune Imperium.
Elite's a
8.
8.
Yeah,
That's one left.
it's only an 8 because
Math.
we did it on easy. If I want to do it on hard mode,
I tried to convince you to do it on normal mode, but Gobby's a wuss.
big wuss.
Because
I
Gobby,
like to start off on easy.
why? Because you just like to win.
Just like I play every video game on easy. I just want the story. I just want the story.
No,
I don't want to sit there and grind my way through because I don't care. Oh, I've got to kill 800,000 aliens to get this victory point. No, I just want the story. Give me the story. I'm an easy guy.
You're soft. I play any video games I play. What I played on hard, Mission Impossible. I crank it up.
Whatever.
Enrique, you with me on this?
Halo,
No.
you played on Impossible.
No, once you
crap.
play a game on hard, you can never go
You'll
back.
never go back. It's how it's
you
meant to
can't.
be played.
I like to just play for the. I just like to relax.
No, if you want to play
I don't
for the
like
story,
to
if you wanna
grind my
play-
way through a freaking video game.
I hate to tell you this. Gears of War doesn't have a story.
It really doesn't.
It does.
It does
It
not.
does too.
really.
You got to kill all those aliens.
That's not a story.
That's basically all its story is kill aliens.
That's a
its
story.
No,
What do you
it's
think
not.
the
No, it's
movie
not.
Aliens 2 is about?
That was about
Even though it's not called Aliens 2, it's just called Aliens.
Aliens. Was about
Literally, it's them killing aliens.
Aliens was about a woman who had aged by 40 years and lost everything that she had loved, facing her worst fears and saving a little girl from experiencing this.
night, mostly.
Yes, and saving a little girl from experiencing what she had experienced.
Wait,
Where was the
didn't
little
she
girl
fail?
in part 3?
Yeah, did she
Dead.
fail?
Good
Yeah,
thing
she's
it
dead.
did.
Well, no, that was the poor writing of the third one. They had to redo that. If you ever watch anything about Aliens 3,
I've never watched a documentary about Aliens 3 now.
it was awful. What
Yes,
they went
it was
through.
awful.
No. The production and everything that they ended up doing, they purposely killed off those actors because they had to rewrite the story. It was awful.
Why?
They meant to do it like you would assumed it would have happened, where everybody survived and they are now on this other thing. So yeah,
Why did they rewrite it then?
Mostly.
because I don't know why people do anything.
Aliens is the greatest sci-fi action movie of all time.
Agreed.
Fight me.
Let me think.
Oh,
Alien, great horror movie, not action sci-fi.
Predator has its own nuances, but I wouldn't exactly compare it to Aliens. I know people do. Predator was all right.
I mean, Aliens, you have freaking Hudson, who's like, "Game over, man, game over," and then those alien fighters go, "Boop, boop, boop." They're in here, man. They're in here. Where they at, man?
Why-
And it's just like tension.
I hate to tell you
Oh
this,
my
but your Hudson is your Jerry Seinfeld.
What's the deal with the aliens?
What's with all these face hovers?
Where are they?
I would have loved to have that done. They have like George and Kramer in there. Come busted in. Kramer with the minigun.
Kramer with the shooting erratically with the machine gun, and their machine gun.
They've got Newman.
Great stuff. Freaking Aliens is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, and so
I prefer Aliens to Alien.
I really like Alien just simply because it really built on that atmosphere. I like the atmosphere.
It does
it's
have
scary.
atmosphere, and that's why I don't like Blade Runner, because it's all atmosphere.
I am about that atmosphere.
I enjoy it to a degree, but you got to give me something.
What's the atmosphere? That's all you need. He's like, what do you do? You gotta give me something. I've given you oxygen, hydrogen. What else do you need?
Project Elite has a good atmosphere for a game. It's fun. It's dice rolling. You're shooting aliens. You're moving aliens.
There's boss
You're moving
aliens.
yourself. You have boss aliens.
awesome.
The boss aliens are really
Tough.
It is a super fun game.
and rather inappropriate because they look like
Grossly.
they're
Oh
grotesque.
yeah, they're grotesque.
And they just come out and they all look like celebrities. Like you got the Gordon Ramsay boss alien that comes out.
I wasn't familiar with that one.
You don't know Gordon Ramsay?
I know who Gordon Ramsay is.
Hell's
but
Kitchen?
I've never watched the show.
So here's the thing. I was watching some Gordon Ramsay the other day because it popped up on my feed because I have been baking here lately. Thank you. Everybody been seeing my Irish soda bread. I made some cookies last night for the first time. I am into baking.
Did you put raisins in it?
No, I did chocolate chip cookies.
Good.
I don't believe
chocolate chip is good. Raisins
I bet
ruin
you do
anything.
just
Raisins.
just to torture your children.
No kid likes raisins. If you putting raisins in something instead of chocolate chip,
My kids like they're fine.
garbage.
They're
What do they? Okay,
they add a little bit of
make
sugar.
a chocolate chip cookie for your kids, then make a raisin cookie for your kids. See which one they prefer.
Well, though chocolate does have a texture, but you put sugar in both. I mean, it's.
I hate raisins.
I don't know why you don't.
I hate raisins. They're disgusting.
They're just grape jerky.
They really are.
Gross.
Anyways, so Gordon Ramsay's show was on, which is the like.
Gordon Ramsay.
It's the one where he goes into hotels and like fixes everything or restaurants.
Oh.
What is it called? Restaurant Nightmares. He's had
Yeah.
like 18 shows.
Restaurant night.
So I watched one and I thought I'd never watched any Gordon Ramsay movies or shows, whatever. He goes in, and I watched it, and I was intrigued, so I watched another one, and then I realized it doesn't matter which season you watch, which episode you watch, every single show is exactly the same. The kitchen is dirty. He finds stuff in the fridge. He gripes about everything. I think they should have done one episode where Gordon just goes into a restaurant and they give him food and he's like, this is not bad. This is fine. I enjoy this.
Jerry, where's the lamb sauce?
I don't know. Is that a joke?
Yes.
I have
Is it a Gordon Ramsay joke?
Yes.
What's the
people will know.
where's the lamb
People will
sauce?
know.
Where's the lamb sauce?
I just saw the meme where you had the 2 pieces of bread and said,
Where's
what kind of
he at?
sandwich are you?
Where's the lamb sauce?
I
Is
don't.
Gordon Ramsay English?
Please don't. I don't know if that's appropriate.
No, you're fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you
I don't
sure
know that you should shout, "Where's the lamb sauce?" Maybe that's like a battle cry for
that
some
might
people.
mean something. Like that might mean something.
No,
British
no, you're
chef.
fine.
That's a general British. Where's he from?
He's in Scotland. Like where's the
Born
lamb
in
shawl?
Johnstone,
the people
Scotland. Oh, Richard Simpson. You should know Gordon Ramsay. This is for you, Richard. Richard doesn't listen to our shows.
This restaurant you have here.
This restaurant you have here is out of bullets.
I am the last one.
I am the last
Yeah,
one.
every time Sean was at a bar and they're like, everybody, you need to leave. Everybody need to leave. Last call. I am the last one.
Closing time. I am the last one.
We got to watch that.
Time for everybody to go home. I am the last one.
There can only be one.
There can only be one.
Where are we going
R.I.P.
with this?
R.I.P.
Is he
Sean.
dead?
He's dead.
I forgot he died there for a moment.
90 years old.
Oh, he did die. I forgot.
I mean, you're 90, you know,
All
that's
right,
a good life.
Here's the deal.
That's a good life.
Brenton, I'm giving this to you.
Prince Philip, 99.
Knock out all.
99!
Knock out all.
Straighten up and see. Fly right and see.
Knock out all this royal stuff. But every year, y'all anoint who your royals are and have them actually do stuff, and have like real royal people. Like Sean Connery should have been like in charge of something. Sean Connery should have been that's who I would be more interested in. Is what is
Ministry
Sean
of Defense. He should have been MI6. He was James Bond.
He was Highlander.
He was immortal.
He could not be killed. He's not dead,
He's not the last one.
but he was going to be.
The quickening. His quickening. I wish I'd have got his quickening.
His quickening.
Yeah, that's what keeps you powered.
The quickening.
And you get their
The quickening and the dead.
You get their vibe. You're like, oh yeah.
Cut somebody's head off.
What if like the moment Sean Connery died, like I felt this rush of energy come into me?
No, that's what happened to Roger Moore. He's like, Roger's going to live to 120 now. Watch out, Pierce.
I suddenly have a clear view to a kill.
That's like one of my favorite ones.
It's the worst.
It is the worst,
movie.
but I love that.
God.
Christopher Walken's in it.
Grace Park?
Yes, I like Grace Park.
Is that her name?
Yeah. What was her name in the
Super
show?
popular in the 80s and then like never heard from again.
What's her net worth?
Oh no. Grace Park is actually Cylon number 8.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
My bad.
I knew who you're talking about though.
Her name is something Grace. Grace.
On fire.
Oh my God. Well, now I gotta Google it. View to a kill.
Please stay with us and send us your hate mail at boardgamesnobs@gmail.com.
Grace Jones.
Grace Jones. There you go.
Yeah.
I like Project Elite. It's dumb. It's dumb fun.
I consider myself dumb fun.
You're not dumb. What?
I consider you don't tell me what I consider myself.
Wait a minute. No, I'm telling you what I consider you, but define dumb fun.
Dumb fun means I don't have to think that hard about it and I'm laughing while I'm playing.
But you're just saying that you are dumb fun.
I am dumb fun.
So are you saying that you're dumb and people laugh at you?
Like when yes.
That's what you say?
Yes.
I don't think that's an accurate statement.
I'm dumb fun.
I think you're witty enough to not be considered dumb, because dumb implies that you do.
What? No, you're putting dumb in a pejorative stance.
So you're saying
There's nothing wrong with being a dumb, fun game. It doesn't mean like stupid. You're not saying stupid.
Basically,
it just means like kind of. You don't have to think that hard about, like thoughtless.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's what I would say. I mean, other people may take it that way.
I think you okay.
Just like you watch a movie. This movie is dumb fun.
Yeah.
Godzilla versus Kong,
That's
dumb fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
All right.
Thoroughly enjoyable. Doesn't mean it was totally stupid, but it just doesn't. It means you don't have to like, oh my God, I'm racking my brain to figure this movie out.
All right, I'm good with that. You
Okay.
are dumb fun. And
How dare you?
so is Project Elite. Project Elite.
Dumb fun.
It should have been called Project Elementary.
Project Elementary, my boy.
Excellent.
Elementary.
And the fact that it has the irony of playing Project Elite on easy is not lost on me. So that was the thing that really irritated me when we went to play this and you're insistent.
I know, and then you like took all the miniatures to paint, so like we haven't played anything other than Project Elite Easy.
I know. So it's like Project Elite Easy. We're going to come back and play Project Elite Moderate here soon. But yeah, I'm posting the videos of my painting projects on YouTube.
You under Board Game Snobs?
Yes.
Okay, good. We need them clicks.
If they're not coming on here,
If we're to win the golden gig, we need them clicks.
they're not going to care about it.
Nobody cares about
My painting is not good enough.
We don't care.
Our painting will not.
Enrique, what do you think we can do to get them clicks?
Nudity. Not ours. Not ours. Just
Wait.
generalized nudity.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Well, generalized, then it would include ours.
you looked at me when you said that.
I
was
wasn't
like,
looking
no.
at you. I was looking around you. I was not looking at you.
It's like, no.
I can go shirtless if you need me to.
It makes no difference. Are you going to start a Twitch?
I've been twitching this whole show.
I know, but Twitch, like where you
my
want
left nipple.
people do stuff, where you play a game.
You still
and
need
you
a
can play
Discord,
Twitch.
don't you?
Well, I hate Discord.
What?
I don't get Discord.
I don't like
I've been
Reddit.
on there several times, huh?
I don't like Reddit. I got kicked off Reddit again.
I think I understand Discord. It doesn't seem that hard.
But yeah, where was I at with that? Yeah, so Reddit is awful.
Discord.
Reddit is always awful.
Discord
That's a
is
given.
for the Gen Zs. I've got a bad case of the Gen Zs.
I'm sorry. No, I'm going to be dumb here. Tell me what a Gen Z. Okay,
Gen
never
Z.
mind. When you said Gen Z, I thought, wait a minute now. That's what did you
Got
just?
big-
Who are you referring to?
I've got a bad case of the Gen
Gen
Zs.
Zs. I was like, oh, those people from Georgia? What are you talking about? I panicked there for a minute. I thought, what are you saying?
Because Enrique claims to be millennial.
I'm not millennial.
You're Gen Z.
What are you?
I'm pretty sure I'm Gen Z, aren't I?
I don't
You're
know.
Gen Z?
Yeah.
You're a Gen Z.
Look it up though.
That's no Gen Z.
I see-
This is a Gen Z.
And he's looking it up. He's got all bunch of cat scratches on his arm.
Yes.
You got
And my
Ted
stomach.
Nugent.
Got a TikTok
Cat
going
scratch
right now.
fever. Da, 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 da. You know Ted Nugent, cat scratch fever.
I know Ted Nugget. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, he likes chicken nuggets. Cat scratch fever.
All-
Ted Nugent, Ted Nugget. That's your new nickname. That's your handle, Ted Nugget.
But no, Gen Z is between 1997 and 2012
So what are you-
15.
When were you born?
1999.
So that would be that
You're a Gen Z.
you are a Gen Z.
Enrique's got a case of the Gen Zs.
So what does that mean for you?
Well, we're,
You have like no future.
yeah, basically, we're basically the
You're
people
clearly
who don't.
still living with
we
your
don't
parents,
really-
right?
Yes.
How old are you? He doesn't
Sure.
know.
Don't shame him.
No, I'm not
Jerry,
shaming.
how
I'm
old are you?
asking.
You're almost 22.
Okay, hold on. Now, this harkens me back. You act as if simply asking a question, you feel shame somebody. Maybe they should reflect upon what that question is and their answer.
Oh, that's gonna come back and get you.
It really is.
Oh, no. So, okay, that's our principle from here on out. You cannot be offended by questions.
What?
There we go.
What are you
heard
talking
it here.
about?
Oh,
It's like,
I'm ready.
I ask Enrique a question. Does he still live with his parents? And Jerry's like, you shouldn't ask that. That's offensive.
I didn't say it was a fit. Okay, whatever. That's fine.
That's what you said.
I was trying to adjust myself. You're always saying I'm asking these mean questions. And blah, 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 blah,
Okay.
I don't think
Enrique,
I've
You want a
What?
definition. So I'm trying
Enrique,
to tone
how
it
old
down.
are you?
21.
Two, one.
One?
Okay, something like
Okay,
that.
you still live with your parents.
21.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I have no issue with that. If I was your age, I would still
Yeah.
be with my parents as well if I wasn't married with
Okay.
a job.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait a minute. You
What?
mean you would still be living with your parents?
No, that's not what he said when he was married.
At 21, I
Oh.
was married,
Yeah, but you would probably still be
but
living with
if
your
I
parents.
hadn't had a girlfriend,
you would still be
Yeah.
living with your
I
parents.
would. I would. No. Y'all might be taking this incorrectly.
Okay.
If I had my druthers, if you're young, Enrique, you're young.
Yes.
If you have the capacity, the capability, the ability, the option to live with your parents as opposed to going out on your own and wasting money on rent or trying to buy a house, God forbid, I don't know why you would at 20-something years old.
I bought a house at 23. That's cool.
Live with your parents. Do it. Live the dream. Why are you paying all these bills when you could just live with your parents?
Yes,
That's what my sister did.
Yeah, exactly. Avoid responsibility and
Avoid
personal
it!
at all costs.
Because it's going to come later. Don't worry about
It's
that.
going to hit you.
Live
slap
the
in
life.
face.
Yes, Gabi's still waiting for that.
I was 21 when I got married. We moved into a house that we rented. Then we moved again and moved again and moved again. Sure, that's the path I took. Don't think you need to feel compelled to take that same
Even my
path.
father's like, son, look at me.
Did you look at him?
Nobody can look at.
Yeah, you can't directly look him in the
Magda?
eye, or you just
Magdad?
no. If you look directly in my father's eyes, and you just feel inferior,
I
that's
would
basically
too.
what it is.
Because your dad's awesome.
Yes, he has.
No one
just
can
that
live up to the
eight-
mag.
He has that kind of Mexican mafia kind of look to
He
him.
does. He is Mexican Mafia for all we know.
He looks like, and I mean this seriously, and I want you to both picture this:
Okay.
the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal. Mag looks like his dad. Like if you brought Mag in,
Mag-Dad.
and said, "This is the Mandalorian's father. This is the
Yeah.
Fatherlorian."
That's-
that is Mag. That is, so when you
Enrique's father.
when we are referring to, think of Pedro Pascal, 20 years older. That is Mag. That's Magdaleno.
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 That is
Yeah, that
Enrique's
can
father.
work.
That is, yeah. So there you go. There's that.
And he's like the nicest, most laid back guy I know.
Excellent.
Do you view your father as laid back?
Yeah.
We'll have to cut all that out. We'll have to cut all that out. Don't know what you're doing on this part, by the way, where you bring this up. This is awful. You're going to have to cut every bit of this. There's no way you can air any of it.
Weird.
I know it's weird.
Weird.
Don't. I'm trying to avoid
No.
it, and you're like, stop.
I'm
Because you
just curious.
want to talk about your dad whipping you.
No, I just got curious about Enrique.
All right, well, cut all this. I'm about to get back. Cut all this. So pause, hard merge. Anyways, nobody
so
cares.
did your dad whoop you, Enrique?
No, he does not whip
Let's
you.
get back on the subject real quick, shall we?
He whips you
Do
with his
people, do
words.
kids get whooped these days?
No, they don't get whooped.
Yeah. They're like, go in the corner.
And that's why we're in the position we are today.
Gabi, let me just bring. So, first off, let me just point it out. You're an emotional wreck.
Frick you!
Okay. And that was how you were raised, right?
No!
As an emotional
Yes.
wreck, I would hope not.
Yes. Physical, corporal punishment, correct?
Corporal punishment.
All right, my father was a literal drill sergeant. There was no need for such things.
I can tell.
He could just tell you. And I was
can tell
well
you're right.
behaved.
I want to discipline with some stern words, Jerry.
Yeah, that's all it is. Got to need some stern words. Howard Stern words. There's a radio show where I'm like some sort of parody Howard Stern words where people call in to tell you your problems, and this guy just,
I've got some stern words for you.
well, I really don't feel like I'm appreciated by work. Well, Daryl, maybe
Let me tell you, get yourself a real job.
maybe you should clock in on time. Dress for the job you want. Howard Stern words on KXII 97.9 The Bus.
KXII.
That was good. That worked really good. If you haven't figured this out, we really like Project Elite. Please watch the YouTube channel for my painting videos whenever they come out. There's no guarantee. Oh, who sent me his minis, his side minis that I'm painting?
Brian Aldridge.
I get Brian McAdams, Brian, all them Aldridge. I get them mixed up.
Brian McKnight. Brian Adams.
Brian Adams. I'm working on your minis. I'll get them done. They're looking good. Trust me. Trust in me. And I think everybody should paint. I think everybody should take the
I
time.
disagree.
I do
That's
too.
not anything I'm slightly even interested in.
Why not?
I don't. What?
Have
Let
you
me
ever-
repeat. Let me repeat. That's not anything I'm slightly interested in.
But why not?
Let me repeat. That's not anything I'm slightly interested in.
Are my questions irritating you?
No, I'm just
But
responding.
why aren't you interested in it?
That's like saying to somebody, I don't like French foreign language movies.
Why?
I'm not slightly interested in that.
But have you ever watched one?
because I'm not slightly interested in French foreign language
But
movies.
how would you know you're not interested in it?
So that's like saying I've never ate a dog turd. Let me eat one to see if I don't like it. I don't
Why?
want to try it. I don't like it.
No. You don't understand.
No.
You have never painted. So how do you know you're
I've painted.
Not-
I painted a fence in my backyard.
miniatures? You've never painted miniatures.
I don't want to paint a miniature.
How do you know you're not interested in it, though?
I'm not interested in painting.
No, Gabi, you're doing it wrong.
Well, that's like
Yeah,
saying,
ju-
okay,
no,
no. That's like saying you have to try everything in order to figure out if you don't like it. I don't need to try crack cocaine to figure out I don't like it. I don't want to try it.
No.
I don't want to.
No,
it's something I'm not
that's
interested in.
that's not what
That's
I'm
like saying
saying.
I'm not into stock car racing. I don't want to get into stock car racing because I'm not interested. Golfing, I like golf. I don't want to golf. Let's golf.
Would you let
let's get into Magic the Gathering. I don't want to get into that. It's not something I'm interested in.
But-
Video games, RPGs.
Gabi,
What,
stop
what?
talking to let him
Okay,
respond.
okay.
You will just ramble on here.
Well, you're like attacking me.
I'm not attacking
you. are
you.
attacking me
I
with
asked you
a false line of reasoning. How's that something you know? It's just something I choose not to be interested in. I have that ability to choose. I don't want to play that.
Listen, I understand your reason. You can stop now.
Okay.
Let Enrique
That's all you had to say right there. That's all you gotta say.
tell your side now.
But I'm
Good
just trying to
Lord.
teach you how to defend yourself so you don't get into this endless loop of why are you not interested in this.
Superflies.
Basically, you were talking about miniatures, correct?
Ministers. Yes.
Ministers. Wait, ministers?
I like to paint Baptist ministers.
Prime ministers. I'm totally into prime ministers.
But no,
Stand still, Tony.
I'm a Margaret Thatcher guy.
painting miniatures. I wouldn't paint miniatures because
Keep at it, Enrique. I love you.
I wouldn't paint miniatures because it'd be too much of an annoyance. Trying to just get all the little details
No, that's
and
right.
every little itty bitty micromanaging.
And can I bring something up? Have you
Yes.
ever painted a miniature?
I've not.
And you've never painted a miniature?
I have not.
Okay, so
But you're implying.
no, I'm not.
Just
No.
that's what you're implying by that question.
No,
You're
I'm not.
implying if you haven't done something, then you don't know.
No, I'm not implying that.
That's what I feel like you're
Well,
implying.
you're wrong, and let me explain it. And if you
I'm
stop
wrong
if you,
I'm wrong in my implications.
Yes.
I understand that. Okay, go
so
ahead.
if you would stop interrupting me and let me actually make a point, you'd understand what I'm saying.
Well, it's just I feel like I have to
No,
fight you.
you don't have to fight
I have
me.
to take a pre-stance real quick.
No,
You're in the loop
there's no
again.
such thing as a
I
pre-stance.
have to
King
take a
Copy.
preemptive strike.
You're in the loop.
Nuclear bombs away.
So here's the thing. Everybody looks at miniatures and they do the same thing. They go, either A, I don't know how, or they look at all these other miniatures and they're finely detailed and they think, I can't do that. I did the same thing. I looked at all these painted miniatures and all the details and thought to myself, there's no way with my little benign trimmers I have in my hands that I will be able to paint anything remotely like that. And then once you begin learning about it, you realize that that is very, 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 very advanced. Painting the base miniatures, the details of it, base coating, washing them, requires very little fine motor skills. And so the reason that you're not wanting to do something is because you have biased yourself already because you think you know. And this is what I'm bringing up why your thinking is false, why there's a fallacy here. You are assuming you know what the action and what the abilities are going to be, what you're going to need to do. And I'm telling you, you are absolutely wrong. That is not what you'll need to do. And so from that standpoint, like most people, the average person can paint a miniature and do it rather well without having any fine motor skills, without having, you could be colorblind even, and being able to figure out color palettes and things of that nature. That's my point. Now, to answer Gabi's point about I'm supposedly saying if you haven't done it, you can't say that. That's not the case. For instance, you use the idea of taste, like I won't eat this because I know it's bad. Well, you've had other things that taste horrible. There are certain logical reasons where this object does not taste good. It's just historical. It's common sense. You cannot apply that to other actions. And in this case in point, you say you have no ability to do something, and you assume that these abilities include all these little minor or nuanced little things that you're supposed to be able to do. And I'm telling you, that's where you're wrong. You do not have to have that skill set to paint miniatures in that way. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Enrique, go ahead. I felt like you had something to say when you were gesturing towards me.
He's gesturing a lot.
But no, this is how you basically
Gesticulating.
get out of that like little loop of, oh, I can't do it. Yes, you can. No, you can't. Basically, you state your ability of why you can't or just don't want to do it, and the person will explain you don't have to do these things, and will explain what actually happens, and then you process it and think about it, and it comes up in probably in a later time of where you might be confident of doing it.
And here's a good point. And this is some good old fashioned dad advice.
I don't know what he just said.
And I know it doesn't make sense, so I'll illustrate it to you, but it makes perfect sense.
Look at you, Enrique. You got a compliment about Jerry.
He did a great job there.
I yearn for those
So,
compliments.
well, here's the deal.
I never get them.
Let me ask you this question. What do you have passion for?
Food.
Okay. That's something that you enjoy.
Whiskey.
But something that you enjoy doing, that you're
Friendship,
that you're
love.
passionate about, an activity, a hobby. What are you passionate about?
What am I passionate about? That's a good question. Not much.
All right.
Playing games.
Okay, well, that's a hobby.
Yeah. It's
So,
a passion.
so board gaming. You're passionate about board gaming,
Sure.
correct? Okay, let's
go with
let's
that.
go with that. Were you passionate about board gaming before you started board gaming?
No.
Do you not see the fallacy there?
How dare you talk about that?
So,
Endofallacy?
endofallacy. See, thing is that the worst advice that you get, especially with the young kids, where they say follow your passion.
Follow your passion.
You are not passionate about something that you have not engaged in. There is no way, shape, or form you can be passionate about anything, whether it be a job or a hobby, when someone's telling you to follow your passion. Well, you don't know if you're passionate about it until you have done it. That is
True.
the worst advice. Irritates me when I hear people say, follow your passion. I was going to school to be a software engineer. And then one day a friend of mine says, do you need a job? You should go to night class, get an EMT license. The next thing I know, a year later, I'm on an ambulance. The next year, I'm on a fire department. That was the funnest job I have ever had. And to this day, it is what I truly enjoy doing. Now, when I was going, being a paramedic and a firefighter, that is the funnest thing ever. It is the most passionate, knowledgeable thing that I am about. Now, if you would have gone back there and said, follow what you're passionate about, I had absolutely no clue that would have been that thing. And I would not have known unless I had done it. So this ignorant thought of you automatically know what you're passionate about is a fallacy. And the fact that people assume that you know what you can and cannot do or what you will like or won't like is completely absurd. And utilizing that same type of false reasoning of, well, you have to do everything to find out if you don't like it is the exact reason why some people have no passion and others
See,
are
that's why I hate
very
arguing
passionate.
with you.
What? I'm just saying.
No. That's why I don't like arguing with you, because you make too much sense.
This. I'm just saying. There's no need. I'm not arguing with
And
you.
I just like, no, I just don't want to.
I know.
That's
But
irritating.
it's irritating. And there's nothing wrong with not wanting to. I'm not trying to say you should. If you don't want to, you don't have to. That's perfectly fine.
Well, I wouldn't mind painting something, but it's not something I feel like I would be into.
But you've never done anything
I've
similar
never done
to
it.
it.
I've painted a fence,
That has nothing to do with that. That's work.
but yeah. you're right.
There is nothing. So,
But
for instance,
I mean, I haven't painted a miniature. Never. Oh, no, I have not.
but yet you have this room decorated with little miniature things that have been painted by other people.
No, I love Archie and Jughead.
Right. So that's a thing of like,
Otherwise, they'd be just gray dude and guy.
right, gray dude and guy. So see, that's my point. There is a level of being able to find a passion, and sometimes you just have to try stuff out. That's why I'm always harassing people.
But then I gotta get like all these paints.
yeah, it's relatively cheap.
You can technically, you can still ask the person who was suggesting this to you where to get these paints.
It's relatively cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, it is relatively cheap. You can get on Miniature Market and buy a set. That's what I did. buy a set of paintbrushes.
I want to get the Star Trek RPG set and paint the Star Trek people.
We'll get it
Yeah.
and paint them.
Okay, well, done.
We'll see.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode.
Project Elite is approved, by the way.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely freaking love Project Elite.
If you're looking for dumb fun where you're just chucking dice, and I know our review of it has been particularly lowbrow because there's not much to it. You chuck dice, you run around, you shoot stuff. The miniatures are great.
Do you like Aliens the movie? You'll love Project Elite the game. I'm Gabi.
What?
That's Jerry.
Huh?
Enrique's telling me.
Enrique, say goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the Board Game Snobs. Stay classy.